are? Who the hell do you think you are?
Obama.
You any kind of artist? Anybody know who you are? Who are you?
I'm the Joker, baby.
You miserable, presumptuous, no talent.
Smoke a cigarette after I bang your dad in the butt.
An artist respects the silence and serves as the foundation of creativity.
Oh, Mommy. Like, literally, Mommy. Oh, God, I feel drunk.
You're everything that's gone wrong in this world. You're a self-consumed, no talent, mediocre piece of shit. And I've earned my right to say it.
I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say my face.
1975. I wrote Bob Dylan up on stage. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
Who do you think you are? I am.
You nothing. You nothing. You are nothing. You'll never be a That's right.
Hazards on, just like, and he's just sitting in there. He's just like,
Was it like on the first roundabout right off 75?
no, like second to last, all the way
Nice.
down the road.
Nice.
And so I'm like, and then as soon as that happens, I get up to the stop before I turn down your street, and I'm like a couple of cars behind. I'm like, dude, finally, we'll just get out of the way. And then I see a semi go down the way I'm supposed to go, a school bus go down the way I'm supposed to go,
Yeah, dude.
a truck and a
was
trailer
it-
with trees go down. I'm just like, what? I just start seething, and I was just like,
was it the double decker semi with the two?
no, it wasn't a
Okay.
gravel hauler, but
Well, there's a guy who lives that that road right there. Like if you're
Yeah.
coming to my house and if you go past my house and turn right, there's
uh-huh.
like that little side road. There's a guy who has like a gravel hauler yard back.
Really?
So if you watch out, I guarantee you, you'll see like 6 double-decker semis just engine braking in front of my house, and it's every time I think there's an accident because it's so loud. And there was a dude. I mean, that's only like a quarter mile from here, and he started engine braking in front of my house, and it literally sounded like a helicopter. Like the thing's about to stall out. And they like just redid that road, so it's like
And he does it just for fun. Like
I think this guy probably thought he was gonna miss his turn, so he's like, I better blow up my engine in front of a residential area.
I always see like the signs in the residential areas that say no engine braking, and I was like,
Yeah.
who's that for? And it's like, oh, it's
Well, I never even
That
really
guy.
knew what it was for, but I always thought that engine braking was like I don't know. I didn't realize that it was like explode your truck
yes,
loudly so you don't have to hit the brakes, I guess.
Yeah, so you don't smoke your brakes, and it's just it's really loud.
I think they should just have my original design that when I was like 15 and I was learning how brakes worked and manual transmissions and stuff in auto shop. And I was daydreaming, thinking about how instead of having on a manual transmission car, instead of having like disc brakes or drum brakes,
Yeah.
you just have a second lever that goes right to your flywheel. And you just pull it really hard, and it has a brake to slow down.
A stationary
Yeah,
clutch that you just
exactly.
go.
Exactly.
I mean, that kind of is if you like just like drop it into
They do have
first
transmission
gear.
brakes on some of the big semis.
Really?
Like that one big one that they had to pull the full axle out of up north.
Mm-hmm.
That has a transmission brake.
Huh.
That was when one of the cigarettes was trying to drive it, they couldn't get it to move.
Couldn't figure it
and It was
out.
because the transmission brake was like sealed on.
Ah, nice.
So literally a thing, not at all the same thing, but a thing I thought of. Think about that. Welcome back to episode 18 of the
Just Legal
of the
Barely Legal
Gay Bitch podcast with your host Levi.
Yeah.
And
Sub-host
no,
Ramos.
I'm the straight guest. Levi is the host of the Gay Bitch cast.
Yes.
He's got a sponsorship here from what is this?
Well, it's from Autismo Games and Videos. That's your sponsor.
It's beinggay.com would like to offer Levi a $50 gift card to Lover's Lane.
Have you ever been in one of those?
No, but there was one place like that. We had
You've never been into one of those?
I've never been in one. I was in the parking lot of one when I was like 13 because my dad had to stop at a store right next to it. And it was, the place, there's one in Waterford. It's called like Sorella's or something.
Yes.
that one, there used to be a convenience store right there,
Uh-huh.
and we were driving and I was helping him at work, and it was really early. It was like 6 AM, and I was sitting there, and I'm looking, and there were people coming in and out of there with paper bags, and I was like, "Dad, what is that?" And he's like, "Don't worry about
Don't
it.
look at it.
Don't go in
Don't
there."
look at it.
Well, yeah, and I'm like, well, I still do kinda wonder, what do you think, what 6 AM, what are you buying in a paper bag?
Poppers
I don't know, man, this was a long time ago.
and Problem Liberal. I remember there being a Corilla's, like, when we used
Is
to
that a
live down in
chain or is that
it's a chain.
Oh.
When we used to live down in Dearborn and we would drive past it every day, like, on the way home from church, and you know how they have, like, lingerie in the window?
Yes.
And so me being like 10, it's like, "Oh, I can't look. Don't look, don't look, don't look." And then I look, "Oh, shit, I looked." Ugh.
Going to hell.
Yes.
Dude, I was going through my, I had to take a little bit of a break from making the short videos, and it annoys me very much, the inconsistencies. That
Yep.
that one that I made, I thought was funny,
Sure.
right? But,
Right,
I
right.
mean, it was like, didn't perform well at all, right?
I
Don't understand it, and I was like, "Whatever, I just need to get some done," and I made, like, a lower effort one,
yeah.
right? 50% more views on a thing that took me, like, 2 minutes to make.
How?
I don't know, man, it makes me mad, but whatever. I'll take whatever we can get, but
I'm gonna fucking kidnap people and force them to watch it. Be
only
like,
it's
"Dude,
funny.
tell me it's funny. This is fucking funny. I know this is funny."
Did you like that video I sent you of the rant? That was one of my suggestions, that Chinese Bible video with
Yeah,
the
well, yeah, what
Mozart.
was that?
I don't fucking know. It just I opened YouTube when I got home, and it was like the number one recommended video on my feed,
LMFAO.
and it was twice speed Mozart in your
Left
left
ear
ear.
and then Chinese Bible in your right ear?
Yes, and it was kind of peaceful. And I had it on for a second, and I was like, I mean, I guess if I was like editing or something, I could kind
I
of
see,
see.
the thing is, the more and more videos you show me, this makes, like, I'm less and less surprised. Like, yeah, that tracks, man.
I don't know,
Like,
man.
just some schizophrenic Chinese rambling in you.
Well, I mean, it's technically the Bible.
Technically.
But I guess it could be saying anything. Maybe it's just
Exactly. Ching chong wonton, big ol' guy, booyah, booyah.
he was speaking confidently, although I do think it was an AI voice because I could hear some of the, my ticutions were going off.
Were they?
I was- Um,
Anytime I hear a clip of the painter's, like, speeches in English, like, "This is English, this is what he's saying," and it's like, yeah, I'm sure.
well, there's that one where the original like translation they did for the cool, like, whatever, the one where he's like spazzing out with
Yeah.
his hands.
Yeah.
They like purposely used a lispy voice.
To make him sound like.
Well, I don't know. I'm like, why?
And I
Right?
told the British 7 times.
No, it wasn't. It was subtle enough the way they did it, right? Like, it was very clearly intentionally lispy,
Okay.
but it was subtle enough that there's like a aura of deniability around it, right?
Mm.
But I just didn't understand why you would go to all the effort of that. I mean, because the original one, I mean, that was back before there was really good AI, because it was like one of the first AI translations
Okay.
they did,
Yeah.
because they ran the script of the speech through, and then they like played the video at the same time to get the like emphasis on the words,
Yeah.
whatever. But they chose one that would very like faintly gay.
Yes. Now make him gay.
20% gay. Turn the slider up.
Dude, that is like the go-to for the Jewish psyop, though. Make it gay, dude.
Oh baby. This one, I do feel kind of weird because when I was editing this one, I couldn't quite get it to do exactly what I wanted it to do. You'll have to watch it later, but
Okay.
I had to clip out like 40 seconds of in between talking, and it's like not even the thing that we were talking about. It's literally like, when it's like like a journalism thing when there's a quote and they like chop it up to make them
Yes.
say whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of exactly what I did, but it did make me laugh.
Oh, there you
So,
go. Especially if you didn't, like, spend a bunch of time on it and actually think it's funny, then it'll be really good.
I don't know. I think it has more to do with like a frequency, or it'll be all right. Everything will be okay.
Well, it's like that video I showed you of the, like, the shitty machining, like, camera shaking, like, not even good finish on anything, and it's like, 31,000, thank
Yeah,
you. It
right.
just makes me irritated.
I have a thing that happened to me it was Tuesday night
Tuesday.
that I wanted to talk about because it was like one of the most stereotypical insane things I've ever had happen.
Uh-huh.
And
Was it
I
a
think
schizophrenic neighbor?
no.
Okay.
It was so Owen came to bed at midnight and was, like, crying and screaming because his stomach hurt, and he's
Okay.
never done that before, so I was like, "Oh, shit," and, like, this was right after Gary had his
I
appendix
was about to
thing,
say, yeah,
and I'm like, "Where does it hurt?" And he points, like,
right near his
literally,
appendix.
and I was like, "Ah, well, it's probably, like, not very likely that, like, a little kid has whatever," and I look it up, and it's like, "80% of burst appendix happen before the age of 4," and I'm like, "Fuck." Right? So and this is at, like, 1 AM,
Nice.
right? So I'm sitting there, and he's never ever done this,
Sure.
ever, right? And he finally, like he's laying down with Rachel, and she's, like, trying to get him to calm down, and he's, like, whimpering, and I'm like, "Oh, no." And I was like, "Well, maybe I'll just take him to urgent care and,
Yeah, have them say
whatever."
whatever.
And Rachel was like, "No, no, no, they have a pediatric, like, 24/7 on-call person,
Okay.
I guess, so we can call them, and they can tell us
Oh,
within, like, 20 minutes of, like, go to the hospital or not." So I
put the
called.
phone up next to his stomach. I need to listen.
Well, no, it's more like sometimes you just need a person that's not you to make a decision when it's like, you know,
1:00 in the morning and your own
yeah.
child.
And so I call them, but because it was after hours, it went to like a
Yep.
triaging thing first.
Yep.
And this lady answered,
Mhm.
okay, and it's like she's like, "Hello, how can I help you?" And like like reading from
Halfway
a script.
between black and AI
And
voice.
literally just like a black woman trying as hard as she can to sound white,
Okay.
right? But I can tell she's reading off a script and, like, can't read very good,
Sure.
and she's, like, asking for my name, and I'm saying it,
Mhm.
and she's like, cannot comprehend my name,
Okay.
and I'm like, "Okay," and I'm spelling my name letter by letter, and she gets, like, 2 it's like a 5-second I'd be like, "Grant," and it'd be, like, 10 seconds of silence.
Yep.
And then I would hear a noise, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that noise?"
J.
No, and then she'd be like, "Alright, GR what?" And I'm like, "Fuck," right? So I made her say that whatever, that I kept hearing this noise, and then eventually I had to turn my phone up really loud because I'm
Okay.
like, "What is this noise?" Like, there's something going
In the
on here.
background that you can hear?
Yeah, and it's like, it's weird. So I'm listening, and I finally get her to, like, whatever, she gets my name after, like, 6 minutes of me spelling a 5-letter name. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a normal name, but it's not like
Not like Rauschenberg,
that's what
right?
it's not like
Like
something crazy. So she she puts me on hold, and she forgot to, like, mute the mic
okay.
so I could hear
Nice.
finally, and I turned the speaker up all the way, and I'm listening, and I'm really realizing that it's the smoke alarm low battery sound. I swear to God, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "There's no way. There's no way that it's
What?
like the beep," you know?
No
Yeah, yes,
shit.
for real. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "No way." And then she picks the phone up, and she's talking to me, and I can hear her, like, moving to her computer from wherever she was,
Sure.
and I can hear it go off again. And I was like dying laughing, and I had to put it on mute. And she's like talking to me, and it's just the most stereotypical, like, how, like, like, what is he doing now? Like, whatever, and like,
Yeah.
beep, and like, and I'm like, God damn, and like the chirping. And then she's moving, and I heard her, like, I don't know what she was doing. She moved to her house or wherever. I'm assuming she's at her
Yeah,
house,
dude. It's
right?
good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I heard one go and then another one go. So there
Really?
were 2 separate chirps going on the
What
whole
the
time,
dude?
and I was like, I have never I've known that's been, like, a black people thing
Yeah,
for, like,
right.
where, they don't have someone to change the alarm, and they go, like, deaf to it kind of,
Yep. Yep.
right?
Yep.
And I've never actually witnessed it happening, and I thought that was only a thing that happened in, like,
LA or like
I would say Chicago in, like, a crack house
sure, right.
is what I'm picturing. But I mean, it was straight up, like,
Wow.
the exact same clip that you hear,
Uh-huh.
like, it was insane. Yeah, and it kept going off to the point where it was the only thing I could listen to for half the time. So I'd have to have her repeat stuff because she'd be talking, and it would be so loud, I couldn't understand what that word was in the
Oh
sentence,
my
right?
gosh, dude.
And then when they put me on hold again, then the actual nurse called me and was doing, like, the check-in,
Yeah.
and he could tell that I was asleep because I fell back asleep. It's like 1 or 2 AM,
Yeah.
and I had that was the day before that big virtual thing, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to get as much sleep as possible. He calls me back, and I'm laying in bed trying not to wake anyone up, talking to this guy, and he's like, trying to, like, quietly ask me questions over the phone.
Hello?
Yeah, and it was like that, and he's
Okay,
like,
so what is he doing now?
he was like, "Would you say his stomach hurts?" And I'm like
Two men whispering to each other in bed.
It was like that original State Farm commercial,
Oh, where they talking quiet.
Yeah, but
Dude,
so
wow.
then that happens, and I hang up after because I'm like, well, he fell back asleep. So I mean,
He's okay enough for now.
if
Yeah.
it was so bad that he needed to be rushed to the hospital, he wouldn't have fallen asleep. Doesn't have a fever. He's
Yep.
not puking, whatever. And
Yep.
he's like, okay, I'll give you a call back in like an hour to whatever. I'm not gonna be like, no,
Yeah.
don't. So, and I'm like, here, let me give you Rachel's number.
There you
right?
go.
And he's like, okay, if you don't answer, I'll whatever. And I'm sleeping, and like not even 40 minutes later, he calls me, and I'm like trying to ignore it to have Rachel answer her phone, and Owen like kicks me, and he's like, Dad, your phone's going off.
Gosh.
So then it was the same thing again, and it's like, hello, is your son's stomach feeling better? And I'm just like, yes.
Good morning.
Yeah, literally, it's like, here's your wake up call.
Damn, dude.
And then I got to I got like no sleep at all from that whole night because it was like, scared. I was like,
Hell yeah.
whatever. And then get pulled off for 2 hours by an Indian guy via Zoom.
Naturally. Yes. Well, that's a fun time. Isn't the appendix just like a bacteria bag? Your bacteria doser?
See, that was one of the things where I think it's like they don't know exactly 100% what the purpose is because it is like a little pouch on your lower intestine.
I thought it was like the makeup bacteria for you if your GI tract isn't producing enough or something.
I thought maybe this is wrong, but I thought that it was like a leftover adaptation for like if you were still a bird and you had rocks in your gullet, like that's where they would go.
That was the gizzard?
That's like one of the
or
things.
The crop? Gizzard or the crop? Crop's the bag, gizzard's the crusher.
Well, I think it was at one point both. Right now, it's just a thing that hurts you apparently because it fills with lettuce.
It can go off either when you're 8 or 80, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I do wonder how many times because with it going bad, you don't know until it's whatever,
too late,
and it can get infected and then just be fine. Right? And I think about all the times that I've had like random pains, and I wonder if it was like 5% away from bursting.
We're reaching critical mass, about to explode. That's funny. Yeah, hand me one of them champagne beers, dog. No. Well, they're pop-offs to me, dog. You understand? You didn't pick up a boiling hot steel shaft.
No, but I did the other day. We're cutting something, and I wasn't thinking, and I picked it up right off the floor after you cut it with the Metabo, and I had to like instantly drop it and just like act like I didn't do it because
ignore it. It's okay.
Well, not
it's
even
fine.
that. I was like, oh, your brother was nearby, and I'm like, well, I don't want him to think I'm a retard.
Yes. He helped me get that shaft off, and then I went to pick it up and move the shaft because I was heating up the coupling. I was putting the heat on the coupling. The shaft wouldn't get hot, right?
Yeah.
And then I do it. He looks at me and he's like, "That hurts." Yeah, it fucking hurts.
He's been like, soft hands, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Take me to the hospital,
dirty
please?
hands, clean money. Oh.
I don't want to say her name. This took me completely off guard.
Say my
There
name.
was a girl that was in my grade in high school. Who, like, it seemed fine, normal.
Sure.
Right? And she popped up on the Snapchat Discover.
Ooh.
And I was like, is this person I went to school with?
Okay.
Right? And I'm looking at the shit that's on this, like the little thumbnail.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? It's like it looks like an alchemy shop.
Ooh.
And I click on it and I go like to the profile and I'm like, nope, this is her. Right?
He's running an alchemy shop?
No, and I'm going through and there was like 500 snaps on a public story, right? And I'm like, I gotta click through this and like fucking see what this is. And I'm going through and I'm realizing just like the strange mix of things that were on her story. And it was her working as a nurse.
Okay.
It was her like artistically cooking.
Oh.
Okay, which is normal. Okay,
Sure.
whatever, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it starts getting weirder and weirder where she's like doing like posting 1 or 2 second clips of her TikTok of her dancing, but not long enough to like see what's going on. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever. Then it's her with her grandma, and it's like all the just her saying stuff like, like Nani or some ethnic name for a grandma.
Nona,
Yeah, something like that.
Bobby,
It actually might have been
Nani.
Nona, and it was like, taught me the best way to do something like blah, blah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, but she was saying, and I couldn't tell if she was saying that her grandma taught her the best way to cook or something else, because it was, like, very ambiguously worded, right?
Nona, she taught me the best way to take a shit.
No, it was
Thanks,
like it
Nona.
was like to mix it up and brew, and I'm like, "What?" Like, something like that, right?
Okay.
And I'm going through, and I get to the end, and I realize that she was literally talking about, like, making witch spells,
Oh.
and she's posting these things where it was a picture or her writing what she wanted on a piece of paper and then, like, doing this, like, magical thing with the burning sage and, like, dropping ingredients into, like, a
Okay.
cauldron
Nice.
and then burning it, and that, like, makes it come true or whatever,
Okay.
right? So just, like, insane women things.
Yep.
And I was looking, and I could see on the things stuff that she had written down,
Okay.
and the only one of them that I could actually make out was, "I hope my radishes grow well." So, like, imagine
I thought you were
losing
gonna
your
say, "I hope my rash goes away," and I was like,
No, this is a person that's very clearly insulated from any real problems,
"Oh,
but
jeez."
I was imagining, it's like, imagine losing your soul to
Yes, to make
radish wishes.
the worst root vegetable ever, just to make sure they grow well.
Burning sage, and it was also funny because I could tell that the wishes or spell,
Yeah, the manifestations of
whatever,
the
they were
girly
written
guy.
on leftover flashcards from a nursing exam.
Dude, what if the spell gets interpreted? What if it might?
Until
What if?
what?
I don't know. She's wishing for big radishes, and all of a sudden they got to deal with the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, and it just gets really big.
Accidentally inject somebody with a radish.
Exactly. What if she's
taking
studying how to like remove a spleen, and then she's like, "Big radishes, please," and all of a sudden, spleen drops out. How does the magic know which side of the card to focus on?
It was a placement exam for a nursing school, so I'm trying to think of, like, what would, I mean, I guess it could be, like, imagine you're in the, say you're getting a surgery,
Yep.
right? And, like, I don't
Yep.
know, what's a surgery you would like?
I like this hip replacement and
Okay, so
spine
you're going to
surgery.
get all of your joints replaced,
Yes.
right? And they're getting you prepped, and she comes in and she starts doing a cooking dance in front of you, and then she goes, "Don't worry, I've been meditating and doing witch cauldron spells on this," and she
Yeah.
hooks the IV up to you, and it's absolutely perfect placement, and then she burns a flashcard in front of you,
Yep.
and you look up and there's a radish growing in your IV bag, and she sprints away. Then what?
Well, I'd probably be unconscious.
Well, no, it's just saline.
Oh, it's
Radish
just
saline, yeah.
All right, I'm leaving. Doc, give me something stronger. I've almost walked out of, doctor's office from not from a witch casting spells, but just like, from retards, and it's yeah, you can just get up and walk away. I'm not dealing with
Not when they're
this.
casting spells at you, dude.
Yeah, but it's just for a radish though.
Dangerous.
Like if my spleen fell out.
What if they accidentally made your appendix burst?
What if
And then they undid it right in front of you? Oh shit, that was the wrong spell, and they just burnt another one. It was fixed.
What if they cast a spell that I piss my pants through the back door?
I don't know what.
When's
Like,
the last
you
time that's
shit your
happened?
pants?
No, you piss your pants through the back door. When you're taking down to when you're sitting down to take a shit, right? And the work toilets, how they have like the,
Oh, yeah.
the things, the seats raised up.
Yeah.
And so you're sitting there leaning forward, reading, and all of a sudden you start to pee, but you don't hear any reverb.
When you get hit
The
with,
report isn't reporting, right? And all of a sudden you're like, oh fuck. And then you look and your pants, the back door of your pants are soaked, and you're like, shit, dude, does this count? Did I just piss my pants?
and then you just take your pants off and go to work.
I
naked.
did.
Yeah,
I took my pants off and I was like, I'm going home. I don't
that
You
was,
think a witch cast a spell to do that?
maybe, I don't know. That was the engagement of the Tennis, is what that was,
Mm.
dude. The only time that's ever happened to me was post running like 5 miles.
Yep. It's either with the
Hold on.
tennis or like a half chub where you're sitting there and it's
I
like,
don't know, I've always been
yeah,
right.
Yes. Dude, I wish I could get the Tinus on demand, especially with hot days driving. You could, like, sit down in the car and your balls are stuck to the backside of your thigh, and you sit down, you're just like, "Motherfucker." Your underwear is too tight, you can't move it up out of the way. So, I actually think it would probably be a pretty cool thing if you could, like, have a quick disconnect. A quick disconnect cock for, labor-intensive activities. I can see that, plus you can scrub up real good with a quick disconnect. What do you think? Quick disconnect cock with the bag, just to be like, I don't fuck, you're going hiking, you've got a long drive or
I can
whatever.
tell you for a fact that, like, for sporting events and
Yeah,
specifically
dude.
for me, it was
Twist lock, you could make it a twist lock.
well, I would like my nuts to be, like, at least, like, tractable,
Okay.
because when I was doing some was rows,
Yeah.
okay? They're Pendlay rows,
Mhm.
and I kept having the issue where whenever I was trying really hard, I would hit myself right in the dick and balls with the bar every time.
Yeah.
So I could never actually go till failure because it would literally just be
It's
like
an immediate failure.
dude, it was yes, it would there were so many times where I'd go to and you have to keep body
Yeah.
into the TV, and it would just be, "Ugh," and I'd drop it. So and I'm like, "Are you okay out there?" And I'm like, "Yes,
I'm fine.
yeah."
Yeah, dude, but I mean, just, like, imagine you get, like, a long car ride out west to do a really bad hunting trip, and you're like, "Alright, let me just pull these off, put them in a cooler, and then just, like,
I
sit
think
back
the
and."
real way to do it would be if you could just detach all of your limbs and be like a nugget in the control module for the vehicle.
That would be good.
Have like a Neuralink hookup to all your
Yes.
connections and just like take me to
I'll be right back. I gotta finish conversions. Phase in and out.
no, dude. I was reading about how we could get if we wanted like a slot on a local radio station,
Dude, can we really?
but it's like 2 a.m.
Dude, fuck
right?
it, man.
It's like the public radio.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is a station that I've listened to before,
Really?
and there's some like there's things that you have to go through to get it, right? It's
Sure.
like not like instant or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But I was imagining doing like buying it, whatever, and then just being like, okay, welcome back to Goblin Radio, and
Yeah, you
and
just start
like,
screeching
yeah,
for, like,
whatever, and be like, thank you. That was Goblin Radio after 2 hours of
yes,
local.
and the only people that are listening to that are, like, people that have been driving all night, and they're like, they either ran out, their cell phone died, or they're out of cell service or whatever, and so, like, I just gotta listen to something, and they're flipping through, and all of a
Yeah,
sudden they
or-
hear that, and like, maybe I had too many C4s. Or it's
Or
like,
I know people who listen to public access radio
okay.
it was a high school art teacher who was like very into like
Wow, that was so beautiful. It was very
that's
performative.
what I'm imagining is
Listen
being
to
like
this.
winning like a what's
Oh,
the radio award that it's
I-
like Pulitzer Emmy
Yeah,
something.
the Pulitzer's the journalist one. I don't know what
could
the
have
radio
somebody
one is.
transcript or screeches maybe
Yes.
transcribe. But I was imagining having like a 70-year-old granola hippie following where you screech into a microphone and they're just like in tears, like
Look
that
at
was
it.
beautiful.
Yes. And then the modern art would just be gobbledygook.
I was also wondering because you know how you have to get a amateur radio license to do like ham radio and stuff.
Yeah.
Is your leg gonna fall off?
Well, I don't know what this is. Every once in a while, I'll get like a heat rash where I think it's poison ivy, and I'll scratch it, and my skin will come off. Then it'll scab up, and then it'll go away in a week.
Probably goblin fever, dude.
Probably need some ivermectin. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. But
Goblin fever.
Yeah, goblin. You need to go on the goblin cast.
Oh yeah.
But I was I don't even know what I was saying.
We were talking about the radio
I know there's
prize, the modern art of the gobbledygook, and then I brought up my leg falling off.
Well, it must have not been important. It was probably actually this is a butterfly effect. If I would have remembered, no, it is. This is what it is. If you had a ham radio license,
We got it back.
And you have a strong enough like signal sender,
Yeah.
you could get picked up by a car radio. That's what
Really?
pirate radio
Okay.
stations are, right?
Hmm.
So I was imagining just being like, I mean, you'd go to prison.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Breaking FCC rules.
yeah, but if you could find a way to not be caught and just do something completely innocuous, it's just like Goblin Radio or
Yeah.
like be like, all right, it's the gnome report, and be like, the garden gnomes are out in force tonight, and just like that's it. But you took over the whole
Yes,
area,
everything.
and also this
They'd
public.
probably be like, "That's too funny. We can't get him in trouble."
I'm sure they would love that. The like ancient boomers that run it would be
Yes.
like, I mean, some of those people were literally alive when
How dare
Lord of
you
the Rings came out.
disrespect it? Yeah.
Also, that lore is wrong, so that's an extra $20,000 fine. So, but one of this is in particular the cheapest one I found.
Okay.
Was only in the Detroit area.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Not Metro Detroit, like the city.
Detroit.
So I was laughing thinking about doing the Goblin Radio one for like 5 minutes
Hell yeah.
on 8 Mile.
Hell yeah, dude.
Right? And I think it would be funny because they do let you send in pre-recorded stuff.
Sure.
And one of the things on there was podcasts. So
Okay.
we could literally play our podcast over the radio waves.
Oh yeah.
And they just have college students like,
and tonight, here you are with a large glass of white milk.
Exactly. What the fuck is this?
Okay, welcome back to Goblin Radio. And as the age-old question goes, what is a goon to a goblin? Wheezy.
Well, what would, if you were on Goblin Radio, like what do you picture? Because I imagine it to be kind of like a round table style.
Okay.
And you have the two main goblin hosts,
Okay.
right? And I don't know what their names would be. And then you have the third guest goblin who's like an esteemed goblin scholar.
Okay.
Right? So to our ears, it would be one of them's like, and the other one's like,
right.
And then what do you think the third, like the goblin scholar, what would it sound like?
There's Gobbly, Gibbly, and then Gron. And Gron's the scholar, and he's just like deep monotone voice, but like he's doing.
Like? Come on, do the voice, do the goblin voice.
What
is the translation?
Well, what you two young goblins don't understand is that I am in much higher esteem than you are, and this is beneath me. But I told my wife I would help you out because you're somehow related to her.
So it would be like a similar thing to the like pull up your damn pants to black people, the old guys do, right?
Yeah,
okay, so I was imagining they'd be having like bug cooking tips or something.
Well, that's between the two. That's the co-host, right? Because they're the ones that are actually entertaining. The guy, the esteemed guy, is just kind of the goblin professor that's just there because he's like, oh, fuck, I told her I'd do this, and now I gotta go do it.
They'd be teaching the theory of goblinomics.
The goblinomics.
Goblinomics, dude. The goblinomics.
Did you ever, like, when you were younger, take a walkie-talkie and figure out you could connect it to, like, the BK drive-thru and then order burgers and make people really mad?
So, during COVID...
Because we did that. That was very funny.
Was it actually...
Yes.
Did those use radio?
Apparently, you could hear it. You would just, like, hit the scan button on it, which I don't know.
How close were you?
Like 2 blocks away.
Okay, that makes
So you'd hit the scan button, all of a sudden you're like, hello, welcome to Burger King, and you'd hear the other guy talking, and you'd wait for him to drive off, then you would hit the like, yeah, can I get a double cheeseburger in this?
Actually, yes. This is...
I can't believe that worked. I mean, like, a 10-year-old figured that out by hitting one button.
This happened at McDonald's when we were with my cousins near the ice cream truck rapists, and we had a set of, we never said anything because we were far too timid to do anything like that. We were little, but we could hear, we were like spying on people's orders. I remember.
Can you believe this?
Yeah, being
she just ordered Coke.
Being upstairs and listening, and they'd be like, "Can I get a milkshake?" And we'd be like, and it's like, I don't know why, but we, during COVID, there was the whole like everyone needs to get a radio to communicate because like the government, the fucking NASA's
everybody needs a bow fang.
Yeah, but there was a way that you could use your phone with the radio signals, whatever, and it was this like app that you could use.
Sure.
And me and a couple of people got it, and we were trying to see how far, like how wide range that it could be, and it did work surprisingly well. Like my house, my old house, I was able to connect with Brian when he lived in Hadley.
Okay.
Right? That's pretty far.
That's a distance.
Right? But I do think it used Wi-Fi, which kind of defeats the purpose.
Oh, I was about to say, like, isn't it supposed to be like local networks connecting and making the network through the radio?
You could use it like an actual walkie-talkie where it's just walkie-talkie.
And it's actually emitting radio waves.
It was only like within the building.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't matter.
Sure.
But you could make your own channel.
Okay.
Or you could find existing channels.
Ah.
So Matt found existing channels, and he would purposely seek out during lunchtime. There was always, like, random black people talking on there,
Really?
and they would just and I don't know if it has to do with, like, if you have an iPhone, or, like, an iPod,
Okay.
you could just, like, connect and talk like
You
a
know, see,
phone.
that makes sense, 'cause I'm like, what black people are using ham radio? But then if you, like, are broke and don't
Yeah.
have, like, a cell
Yes.
phone, you're using an
Yes.
iPod? Okay.
But there would be, like,
That tracks.
6 or 7 people on a chat, and they'd be talking about the cookout, like, literally, like, "We're gonna have a cookout this weekend,"
Okay.
and stuff like that, and Matt would get on there, and he would just start talking, but he named himself Waleed was his name,
Okay.
and because we were playing Diablo 2, and that was one of the mercenaries names you could
Okay.
hire,
Alright.
and he would be like, "This is Waleed, clear the channel. You must clear the channel. Waleed, clear the channel." And then and we would have Brian get on
Yeah.
also, and he named himself Wahid, and he would be like, "Waleed, coming in clear. They must clear the channel. Wahid here, clear the channel." And, like, back and forth, and they would just, like, freak out on that.
Okay.
I mean, it was funny,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then one night, Brian and I were trying to see how far it would reach,
Sure.
and there was one where I opened the app, and my name on the app was Uncle Garlic,
Uh-huh.
like always,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And I, like, opened it, and it just put me in a random thing, and there was a family dispute
Oh,
of black people yelling at each other,
okay.
and I was trying to exit out and whatever, and then somebody's like, "Hold up! Who the hell is Uncle Garlic?" And I just hit access back.
They're gonna get me. They're
Why,
gonna find me.
dude? I don't know. So, yeah, that was, that made me laugh out. That
Being involved in, like, the pre-trial for, like, a domestic dispute and, like,
well, dude, it was like
there's an ongoing case, like, hold on. Who the hell is Uncle Garlic?
it was it was literally like
That's
stop
funny.
everyone. It was like the matriarch of the family
Yeah.
posed the question, and
Ah.
I got out of there so quick. I do kind of wonder what their perspective of that was. Like, what do they think?
Damn feds, bro.
Because all their names were just their names.
Yeah.
Like, it was just first name, last name.
Yep.
So,
Perfect. That's
and
fine.
How
could they have caught me?
I was, like, horrified when I was in the middle of it because I'm not a fan of being, like, even at work when the line workers are in, like, a domestic dispute at work.
Yeah.
And they're yelling.
Yep.
And if I'm even kinda near them, I'm like, "Oh, okay, dude, I do not," like, I've had it happen before, like, "Are you listening?" And it's like, "Dude, you're yelling in a public
Yeah, what are you
place."
talking about? People outside are listening. Fucking jackass.
Well, my favorite was, there was a guy at work who used to work there named Adam,
Mhm.
and he would I mean, he
Oh,
would be, like, shadow boxing in between packing off boxes,
Yes.
yelling at his girlfriend.
Yep.
And I always remember being like, "Damn, dude, this, like," and he wasn't, like, an ugly guy, and he was nice.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was, like, a normal dude, and I was like, "Man, this guy must have, like, some, like, super hot girlfriend if he's willing to." It was, like, every fucking day,
Yep.
right? And then he disappeared, and we cleaned out his locker.
Mhm.
Did you ever see that picture?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I still have it, I'll show you.
Okay.
And there was a picture of him and his girlfriend, and the second I saw it,
Was she mogging him, bro?
no, I was like, "Damn, dude, you should not have been arguing over this bitch because this is a fucking
What
hog here,
dude,
dude."
just, like, what happens? Like, why? Because I mean, we have another, friend
Fella?
with we have another fellow with that situation. It's like, why did you do that? Like, why are you still there? Regardless of what happened, like, why are you just fighting over this or
You're talking
putting
about
up with
Rob?
this? Well, I'm talking about Rob and then our Hawaiian friend.
Well,
I guess one has more honor than the other, but still, it's just
no,
like,
it was
why do you put up with this shit?
Rob is not dating them. This is, like, his hoes.
Right.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking of Rob. I was thinking about.
I'm delineating the situations for people.
Okay.
The other guy was baby trapped by a
Fucking creature, bro.
someday we will. I'm gonna talk to him soon about it. I wanted to get a little bit more and make sure we didn't give up before we,
Yeah.
whatever. And but I don't think he ever, like, fought her though. That was the thing. Like, I think he was just, like, essentially abused by the
Kind of like an old
scary
dog.
stories
He
you
just
tell in the
couldn't run
dark.
away. He was just there. She kept following.
Yeah, hold on. Talk for a second. I'm gonna pull this picture up.
It's mind-boggling that these fours have these twos and fours and these no numbers just like have the power to entrap these young gallant gentlemen.
That's her.
What?
That's her.
That is her.
Yeah. That was the first time I met her. That's what I in my mind exactly. Doesn't that look
Jeez,
like her?
dude. Oh,
So in the
that's what it felt
children's
like when you saw her.
the children's book, I mean, that looks like her, dude. When she would wear that horrible wig, that looks like fucking her. And the pale lady from the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books,
Yeah.
that literally, I mean, there's a striking resemblance to what she looks like in real life. But one of our friends fell victim to a swamp hag, if you will,
Yes.
and he got baby trapped by her very quickly. And it was touch and go there for a while where I mean, I told him how I felt and I didn't hear from him for like 6 months, and eventually he escaped. And
Finally came up for air and came back to reality.
I can't. She was so ugly that I'm shocked that anyone would cheat on,
Anyone.
like,
Ever.
that's like, whatever, man. I mean, because she got progressively more.
I'm surprised you could even, like, get hard, to be honest with you, like, yeah, better luck against a barn door, man.
See,
I mean,
it's
that's
funny
just
because do you remember, she was his neighbor in an apartment, how they met? Remember that?
no.
Alright, well, she was this goes back to that text that he sent us, like, a little while ago
Okay.
about his neighbor, and I was like, "Don't get
Please
pregnant." Yeah.
stop. Why are you doing this? Don't.
He was living in, like, Virginia or something on a military thing, and it was like a duplex apartment where there was, like, a bunch of apartments that were
Yep.
single buildings split into two, whatever, and she was his neighbor. And that was how it started. And I remember he came home and he was asking me, "Hey, what think I should sleep with this girl?" And I was like, "You can do whatever you want, man, but don't get her pregnant." And it was like 12 hours from then he got a text that
Hey.
was, "Hey, I'm pregnant." And that
Yep.
was like his life almost completely ruined to the point where, I mean, luckily things are better now.
Yeah.
Someday we'll get the full story on here because
We'll let you know.
it's like a true horror story, like IRL spooky stories. He But yeah, that I don't think he ever like fought her over the phone. He was just getting browbeaten by her every time she wasn't with him.
What I mean by fight is just, like, basically just stay in the situation, like, I just don't understand why or how.
Well, I mean, they had a kid.
Yeah, but you just take that guy. Like, "This is mine now."
I think it's different when you're that. I don't know. She was something else. It is funny though because when those dudes fight their girlfriends at work,
Yes.
and then it's like 10 hours later, they're just like, "I love you so much, baby."
Yeah, like,
What do you think happens in the time they're not there?
I don't fucking know, man. Maybe they get, like, one booby pick and they're like, "Oh, damn, honey."
Think it's Saturday. Do you think they had a
They probably got
Domino's
a
pizza?
quickie right before work, and then they are at work and like, "Man, this bitch fucking crazy, dog. I don't like this shit. I hate her." And then all of a sudden it gets like 5 o'clock and they're like, "Man, I gotta give me a drink." And then it was like, "Oh, baby, come here. I love you."
I don't know. I imagine they continue their fight in like a McDonald's lobby till they get kicked out, and then they make out on the side of the road until it's like, "No, we just crazy in love," and that's like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm picturing. It is wild though, some of the stuff that they were fighting over because one time, uh, Lenny at work
Yeah.
was fighting with his whatever, and it was about picking up daughter from a track meet,
Okay.
and they were arguing about how early which one got there first.
Sure.
And it was like, why
Why
are
the
we
fuck does it
why are we
matter?
yelling
Yeah.
at 2 PM? Like, it's not even like you didn't pick our daughter up. It's like, I was there before you, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I remember one. I can't remember who it was. I don't remember if it was Adam or Rob, but they were like, I'm taking a piss. They walk
Dude,
into
that
the
was the worst
bathroom.
when you're in the bathroom.
They walk in the bathroom. It's echoey, and he's like, "What the fuck you mean I gotta read more to him? You ain't buy the damn fucking books. I can't read to him if I ain't got no fucking books." And then like slams the door and walks out. I'm just like, "What the fuck is going on?
that
Like,
was
what are you
when you're
doing?"
I would have it happen where I'd be at the urinal and they'd be in the stall screaming,
Yes.
and I'm trying to pee as hard as I can and as fast as I can, and they're like zero care that anyone else was
Yeah.
there, and I heard 'em, like, slamming their fist against the stall door, and I'm like, "Dude, holy shit, man." Like,
I found a good post that was on Poll about that, and, I don't know if I screenshot or not, but it's like, this is, me subbing words out, right? And it's like, "The mans does not think of the future. The mans lives in the present. The mans does not concern himself with the people around him. The mans is only here for a short time." And it's like, you just walking around screaming like, "Yeah, you know what? Fuck you." And it's like, What? Why?"
were you on Poll or did you see the screenshot of that? Because that was a, like, thing that randomly went everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw it on Poll, but it actually looked like an X or like a tweet or something.
That's like a multi-layered deep fried thing
Uh-huh.
because that was actually a thread on
Okay.
Poll, and somebody screenshotted it and posted it on Twitter, and then
And then it came back from
I
Twitter
was seeing
back on Poll.
screenshots of the screen, yeah, and I was like, "What the fuck is like, why?" Um, so this happened to me, like, 3 weeks ago, and it took me a while to recover from it because it was a, horrifying experience,
Yeah.
and I was going to show you things, but I couldn't do I had to just stop. It was bad enough, and
Okay.
so have you ever heard of a thing called Adult Foot Finder? You know what that is?
Is it like a jerk off site for feet?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's literally basically OnlyFans for feet.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
but it's my understanding of it, and I was wrong,
Okay.
okay, was that it was just, like, Instagram people, like, selling their feet on
Sure.
there, and,
Right,
like,
right,
"You wanna
right.
see a picture of my toes?" And I was like, "Oh, I thought maybe this would be a funny thing
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
see." Okay? And I, like, make an account with a throwaway email, and I go on there, and
Oh,
it was like I was like, couldn't figure out the UI,
okay.
and there was, like, all these places you could click to,
Uh-huh.
like and I was it's like, I don't know what the and I clicked just, like, enter, right?
Yeah.
And the first thing I see, it was a woman whose name was Fungus Girl 58.
Damn, dude.
And it was just, like, ogre feet with green toenails and, like, disgust and I was like, "Oh my fucking god," and I, like,
Wow.
scrolled up one, and then it was just her she's fat as hell,
Yep.
like
Yep.
600 pounds, just bent over, like, I was like, "Get the fuck out of here," right? So I, like,
Oh,
exit out, and then it was, like, a couple days later
fucking gotcha,
yeah, and
bud.
I was a couple days later, I was like, "Alright, let me
Yeah.
maybe it was just maybe there's something funny on here,
Uh-huh.
whatever." And I open it up, and it was just, like trannies and, like,
Hell
fuck,
yeah.
man, and I was like, "Get me the fuck out." So I just exited out of that and didn't, continue with that, but there was literally, like, Shrek toenails.
Jeez,
Like,
dude.
I'm talking the type of thing where the feet were so fat that they, like, tapered to a point, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
toes are all, like, fucking pointed, and they were, like, jagged toe
Ew.
like,
Ew.
chunks missing, and, like, the big toenail on the left foot was growing to the side, like, curling,
Wow.
and it was brown and green. It was like a nurgling. It was insane.
A
It was literally like a plague zombie. Fuck, man.
a bloater? It was a
It,
bloater foot?
seriously, yes. It was. If you play Left 4 Dead, the boomer fingernails, that is what the toenails looked
Jeez,
like,
bro.
and it was the skin was like bruised and like mottled and like
Like old
disgusting.
cottage cheese that was left out on the counter?
I mean, it's
When you said the foot finder thing, I was thinking like, yeah, so I opened it up and all I was like picturing in my head was somebody's foot like this with their toes splayed with a dick in between each toe.
I would have rather have seen that, dude. There's people who are like
Oh.
absolutely horrified by like, ew, like a foot or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a whatever, it's a foot. Who cares? But
Mhm.
you see Fungus Girl 58 and she's coming at you with
When you see what I've seen.
yeah, dude, it was like a trench foot World War II obese woman.
Fucking brutal, man.
Yeah. So we won't be doing that again, is
No
my
more
point.
foot finder?
Yeah, that was jarring. That was like one of those things where you kind of hear like a ringing in your ears after you see it. But it takes a lot
You start to
get
taste metallic and you're
yeah.
like,
Well, it takes a lot for me to have like a physical reaction to seeing something. You like the enslavement going on right now.
yes. Mo.
I I was also laughing about I had like a angry reaction to seeing those stupid. It was either a Reddit thread or a Twitter reply thing or something, and it was every time. It's like, hey, does anyone? My dad has butt cancer and sad, and then it'll be like the first reply is like, as a person who whatever, and then you go to the next question, and it's like, my kid got positive autism diagnosis. Then it'll be like, as a person with 15 autisms, whatever. And it's like something about that, like responding to a thing with just like, as a person who has X or as a X, it was immediately making my blood boil to the point where I was like, dude, I can't fucking take this shit anymore. Someone needs to do something about
fuck
this.
these guys.
Yeah, it makes me mad,
As
dude.
a person, yes, where they like shift the focus and like, I know because I am.
It doesn't even that doesn't even bother me. It's specifically the way that it's phrased. Where if you were like, if I was like, hey, my child has a medical condition, and if you were like, as a parent who is a child who has a medical condition, that thing right there, it just immediately discard opinion, ban you forever, kill you, put you against the wall, shoot you. I don't care. Don't
looking
talk
down
like that,
from you
dude.
on high.
It
Actually,
fucking annoys me, man. You shouldn't talk like that.
I'm trying to think if there's like something that I've seen or like that makes me feel that.
I'll send you some of the things, and you sit there and screech, dude.
Seethe.
The other thought that I had here was, you know how there's like a necromancers, like a necromancer, an aeromancer, geomancer, right?
Goblinmancer?
Roll goblins. That would be pretty cool.
It wouldn't.
Think he'd be on their radio show? But he'd be the producer controlling them.
He would be.
What do you think he'd look like?
Probably like the Goblin King from The Hobbit.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what I was thinking.
More like the goblins from Harry Potter, maybe.
So I was thinking about how, like, in the fantasy world that in my head I came up with, right? There's like, if you're born with the gift, right? So you can be like a hydromancer, control water, right? Neuromancer, air, stuff like that. Necromancer, you're like, I love the
Dirtmancer,
God. See, I was thinking, imagine how shitty it would be
to be a shitmancer, to be
a copromancer, and all you can control is poop.
Nice.
Right? But I mean, at the same, it'd be obviously not as cool as like fire.
Sure.
All your friends like shooting fireballs and like, making like crystals of ice.
But dude, you can deal with multiple densities. So you can be like water bending basically, and then you can be like earth bending. I mean, there's some hard turds out there, man.
I know, but I was imagining it would be more like, it would be
poison damage.
You would, depending on your alignment.
Okay.
Right? If you're like a lawful good poop mancer.
All right, you would get a normal like composition of a turd.
No, you would just be a doctor, and you'd be specialized in like, oh, you can't poop, and you'd be like, and like shoot the turd
start
out.
Rubbing their stomach, and it's dragging the turd out.
I imagine you guys are both in an office, and it's like a clean room, and you've got like your lab coat on.
Yeah.
And you're like, I haven't pooped in like 5 weeks or whatever. And you're like, all right, this is gonna take me a minute. And you're like, please sit there, and you're like, oh. And like sweat dripping down and veins popping, and you shit your pants, and it's fine. Or if you're chaotic evil, right?
Immediate diarrhea causer.
Yeah, well, you could either be like mass terrorism, like go to New York Times
Square Garden.
Exactly. And you just be like, punishment, and everyone shits their pants. Or if you were like a true terrorist, you could be like, all right, I need to find a guy with a hard turd and be like reverse flow and like shoot it out their mouth and kill them, right?
Yeah.
So imagine how that would be if you were, when you are awakened.
I think it's more powerful than you give it credit for.
Well, I would imagine,
especially if you're going up against all these like cool guys, right? And so they're exactly like poop. You can't fight if you're cramping up like that bad, man.
Maybe I imagine though that it would be like you were, in order for you to become a powerful spellcaster, you have to practice exactly the spells it's not like you're born.
Right. You have to evolve it. Yeah.
So the copromancers, right? They would be like an underground cult where they like kidnap people, and have their top agents like practice making people shit their pants, and they're in cages, and they're like, no, not again. And then it's like shit, and they poop, and then they're, after like X amount of like 500 pant shittings, they're like, we've honed your skills to the point where we can send you out on our
premium shitter now.
Yeah, exactly. And they'd be like, all right, like so chaos and destruction.
Hey, yeah, you're not wrong.
What other awesome, because, like I'm saying, you've got, like, aeromancers, geomancers, hydromancers,
Jeez, dude.
pyromancers.
Um, what about something that makes your teeth grow and doesn't stop to where
How about a keratin-mancer? You're like, "Hair now!"
Yes. Oh, no!
Yeah, and if somebody's making you mad, you can be, "Oh, looks like you're bald." Make your fingernails grow really.
Yes,
"Oh, no!"
exactly. Please, no. I'm a calcium deficiency mancer, and it's just like you
What,
fall
a
into a
vitamin
slump.
mancer, and you make him into, like, a mummy all at once. "You're looking a little malnutritioned," and they're like, "Oh!"
Yeah. You turn into a desiccant packet.
That would be, imagine how awesome
A
watching
dehydronator?
well, I'm saying, imagine take the evil out of it for now.
Okay.
Say it was only truly altruistic people could control magic.
Okay.
Imagine how fucking sick sports would be if
Yep.
on the sidelines you have people that were just like shooting water into them and like mending injuries and stuff.
Yes.
Imagine
Keep
watching.
going.
Yeah, they'd be like, "All right, we can finally allow the football players to take all their pads off," and they'd be
Yeah.
like fucking Jameer Gibbs goes out there and just runs into somebody head first and he's like, "Ugh!" And they come to the sideline and they're like shooting him with magic and he's like, "All right, guys, go back out there,
Back in
buddy."
there and doing it. Like, fuck, dude. I have a feeling more people will be like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. This is the 30th time I broke my neck.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if I could get magically healed, I would. If you could get magically healed, wouldn't you be willing to do a lot more things?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'd be willing to do it 5 times, maybe not 500 times.
What if somebody was paying you in gold to bloom?
The goblins? Goblin gold.
Yeah. What was the guy's name? The goblin's name? You said earlier.
You had Ghibli.
Yeah. What if Ghibli wants to bring you on his goblin podcast? It's the equivalent of Joe Rogan for goblins and.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd swing it. I'm
Yeah.
really good at capturing drunk gnomes.
You are? That is true.
I did swindle 2 of them.
You did put them in your backpack.
Yes. I was gonna say though the whole like compomancer, copromancer, excuse me. But on a loan, like the latest season, 3 guys dropped out because they didn't shit for 15 days. Because they got like compacted bowels and like, yeah, we can't go on anymore.
Have you ever been actually constipated? Like actually,
One time.
but
One
like,
time
how long?
it was like for me, dude, I take 2 dumps a day. Okay.
But for how long?
Mine was like maybe 4 days.
I've never had this happen ever.
Yeah,
we
know a guy though that does, but that's because he eats like ridiculous and crazy and like won't shit for a fucking week.
Yes, we know.
And girls are just naturally constipated apparently.
We know multiple people because call back to one of the first drawings I did, Big Squeeze.
Yeah.
He told me there was a time he didn't.
How? How was that possible?
And I was like, "We need to go to the doctor now. Like, get in my fucking car. Like, this is
Dude,
not."
you're gonna like become fucking.
Well, the first thought I had is maybe that's why he weighs 420 pounds.
It's just one big turd in there.
Yeah.
Jeez,
But
dude.
I don't know. Maybe.
What's it called when you get shit in your bloodstream? Is
that a thing?
It's not gang. What is it?
Sepsis is.
Yeah, septic. You go septic.
Well, when you go, that's I don't think it's necessarily poop. Dies.
Bad brown.
Bad brown.
Yeah, when bad brown gets in your bloodstream, you go septic.
When does poop get in your blood? Is that normal? Is this a normal thing?
Impacted, like perforated bowel, impacted bowel.
I think that causes sepsis, which is like the necrotic tissue. The brown death.
Sepsis is a multi-award-winning female-fronted hard rock and heavy metal band based in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what we're talking about.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, I know that. So if you get like a perforated bowel, or basically, it's dangerous because like you're talking about, you get fecal matter, but that's mainly because of the like bacteria and stuff.
Right. It's just
it causes cell death. That's the infection and
blood
cell
poisoning. Death. Whatever infection causes blood. Shit does a good job in causing infections.
Yes.
Apparently.
You should inject poop. Now.
Dude, maybe I should start like shit. You know, you got the piss drinkers, right? What if I start microdosing shit?
Well, that is a thing. The turd transplants. That's like a medical thing.
What?
So if you were to say you had cancer or like a really bad infection, right? And they gave you super, 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 super potent antibiotics, it can kill the entirety of like your digestive tract biome,
Uh-huh.
right? So what they will do is they will find a healthy person that's compatible with you, and they will take their poop and put it in pills, and you eat the pills, and it transplants.
The
Yes,
bacteria?
yes,
Huh.
which is absolutely vile. But that is I mean, I guess if my options were that
Diet?
or that,
Well, I would definitely put them up my butt. I don't think I'd eat them.
I think that you have to eat them because there's a mixture of the stuff that goes in your upper and lower intestine, and it has to like
Oh, it's gotta go all the way through?
yes.
Damn,
But
dude.
the one like silver
Fucking
lining
shit eaters out there, man.
exactly, well, the powdered poop. They dehydrate it and put it in a pill.
Thank you
It's
for your
a
service.
pH controlled gelatin capsule that does not dissolve till
Until you're into the
yes, because your
intestines?
intestines are basic.
Mm.
So, pretty cool, huh? So if you ever wanted to eat a
Well,
turd,
I
that's the way
like
to
how
do it.
modern medicine is like, yeah, so I need you to eat shit to get better.
Yes.
Thank you.
Usually it's like Asian people turds also.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
There was a thing I read about it because I couldn't believe what I was reading when I saw it for the first time.
And you're like, is
It
this
w
real?
Well, it
This
was like
is
70% of the approved donors are Japanese people or something because their diet is balanced compared to everyone else in the world.
Huh.
So, there you go.
Thank
High
you,
demand.
Nagasaki.
Well, the only reason that I know the copromancer thing
Yeah.
is because of the poop eater things that I was reading with
Okay.
Brian
Okay.
that I still want to do on here eventually,
You still
but
wanna eat poop?
no, I wanna read some of those stories, but they're very hard for me to get through
Oh,
after a certain
man.
amount of them, and maybe I'll get Brian to read his fake one that we wanted to post.
There you
That
go.
was it was very funny, but
Hey, where are we at with the Reddit insurgents with
I haven't
the
done anything on it yet.
okay.
I think the way we should do it is we should record like each post,
Okay.
right? But I don't this we might have to have Isaac be the operative to
Okay.
kinda I won't be able to just respond all day to
Sure.
make it seem natural, but then again, I don't know if he could help himself from
It's really 50-50 on that one.
I wanna get Ben would be
He might too.
but
I mean, these are the guys that were, like, pranking people on Kick when they were 13 by sending pictures of their butts and be like, "Oh, you're gay."
well, that was literally, like, inadvertently made somebody a pedophile.
Yes, made them a felon by being like, "Hey, baby.
Yeah, like, seducing
What do you think about this ass?" Like, "Oh, I like that." It's like, "I'm a guy."
yeah, and they were 14 when they did it. And they were like, "Yeah," and he blocked me right away, but I fucking
Yeah,
wonder
no
why,
shit,
dude.
dude. Oh my gosh.
That is, very unfortunate if you were the person on
Recipient of that?
the receiving end of
Yeah.
that treatment.
Well, you know what? Lesson learned.
Maybe, but
Probably not.
the guy they were like, "Yeah, he didn't even seem like that weird." I'm like, that makes it even worse.
Yeah, dude, you
He's a
just, like,
fucking
you just
weirdo.
made some, like, 17-year-old, 18-year-old guy.
And I'm pretty sure that they didn't like, they weren't like, "Hey, I'm a young girl." I think they were like
Hi. Like, I just tried to establish a normal relationship, and they were just like, "I love you."
I remember Matt's
Damn, dude.
Snapchat name was Ass and Titties.
Yep.
And he would get people adding him all the time.
Yep.
That would be like a fat Mexican guy sending him like a picture of him like, in like a show doing like face, and it'd be like,
And it's just some short, like, balding fat guy
well,
that's got the
and he would send him shit. I remember one time this guy would not accept that it wasn't a woman,
Uh-huh.
like for like 2 days. We were at work, and the guy would be like hit me up, baby, and like, it was always Mexican dude. I don't know why,
Huh.
and it was a dude in this that he was a Crown Vic, and
Okay.
he had like a flat brim on, like a
Yeah.
hot
He was
pic of him.
leaning.
And Matt sent him a picture of his own face and was like, "This is not a woman."
Yeah, please
This is
stop. I am not a girl. This
Yeah.
isn't funny anymore.
And the dude was like, "I know that's just your brother, baby, like, just whatever." And eventually, Brian took Matt's phone,
Uh-huh.
pulled his pants down, and stuck his balls in between his legs and took a picture of his ass and balls
Nice.
and sent it to the guy. And the dude was like, "Man, that's messed up. Do you got nuts?" Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
not
a guy.
and the guy still didn't stop.
Wow.
And he was like, "I think there's still a girl on the other end of this." And How many women do you know that would name themselves
Uh,
ass and titties
yeah.
on, like
What?
exactly, and I don't know, that whole thing still makes me laugh because the dude's response to it was not like, "Oh, wow, I've been wrong this whole time." It's like, "That's gross,
It's
dude.
there.
Why would you send that?" But can
It's
you have
there.
the
There's someone there.
yeah,
I
so
know there's someone there. Man, imagine what has to happen during your, like, normal working hours in your normal life to be like, "I need there to be a lady on the end of this."
go to boobs.com,
Yes.
sex.com. Well,
Sex.com.
that is funny because so, have you ever gotten on any of, like, the even, like, text, like, a random person being like, "I'm a woman and I wanna add you to my friends."
Yeah, like Instagram bots and, like, Snapchat bots, yes.
So I would have that happen on Snapchat randomly where it would be like "Sexy Lynn."
"Hi, baby."
Yeah, and they would before I turned off my auto, like, I
Yeah.
turned it off so the default setting is anyone can message you, right? I had to turn it off because I would just be getting sent, like, weird clips of porn from bots. Your brother had that happen.
Yeah.
Isaac had that happen. I remember him talking to me about it because he was in school when it happened apparently, and the teacher saw it, and he was like,
"What are you
"I"
doing?"
yeah, and he well, I
"I didn't do it." "Yeah, okay, dude, but I
yeah,
actually did do it."
trying to explain that it's a Chinese bot sending
Yes.
you nudes, and you're
To, like, a guy that's never seen an iPhone.
yeah, so that was, I would have stuff like that happen, and some of them so I let them sit in my inbox, and I never
Yeah.
whatever, but the one that makes me laugh is of all of the random people who added me that are definitely sex bots and whatever,
Mhm.
the one with the most obvious fake name apparently was actually a real person, and it was named, like, Queen Horny,
Oh,
and it's been almost 10 years.
still
Still
going strong.
active, still just some girl
Re
named Queen Horny
Dude,
who
really is the queen, man.
I know, so it was,
Long may she reign. Damn.
it was just making me laugh because I was thinking about that because there'd be people who would have very similar names to people I knew that would add me,
Mhm.
and I'd look at it, I'm like, "Hey, maybe that is like
Yeah, maybe
a"
they fucked up, maybe they spelled it one way or
yeah,
another,
maybe
yeah.
it's just whatever, and I'd look at the whatever it created one day ago, but you definitely
Yeah.
not, like
I like, seen a couple of these recently, the, like, AI accounts of, like, just, like, AI
oh,
women.
are you talking about the, like, foot fetish White House one? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that one, but there's one where it's just, like, obviously AI, right? And it's, like, even in the description, like, AI woman, and it's, like, 15,000 followers.
Yeah, well, the boomers just cannot
"Oh, wow, look at
well, I
that.
mean, you've
Look at
seen
that lady."
I've showed you some of the stuff where it's like, "Is this AI?" And it's the most insane thing you've
Yeah,
ever
like, what
seen,
are
and
you
clearly this is fucking AI.
Yeah.
Like, what well, there's this one AI lady who posts pictures of her it's like she's like a Marine, AI,
Mm,
a right-wing Marine woman,
okay.
and there was a picture of her sitting at the in the office of the White House, in
In
the
the
Oval
Oval
Office
Office?
with just, like, in, like, short shorts with her feet on the desk,
Ah,
and people are like, "Donald Trump knows how to be a true pa" and it's like, this is like,
what he
yeah,
Yeah, that's spaz.
and
That's spaz
not only
worthy.
that, but the fake AI account has an OnlyFans that makes over $10,000 a month
Yup.
posting, like, pro MAGA Marine woman and fake nudes that aren't even actually nudes, they're, like, scantily clad AI woman in
With this
proximity to
yeah.
Donald Trump, but it's funny because none of the pictures actually have Trump in them because it has, like, AI filters,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's just, like, implied.
Dude, that's
So there
so
are there
funny.
are horny old men paying for the implication of a robot being near Donald Trump.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
What are you gonna fall for when you're, like, 70?
I'm probably gonna fall for, like, Facebook Marketplace car scams that sound really like, "Hey, I can get you a Toyota Corolla for $1,000 if you Venmo me $50." And I'll be like,
See,
"Okay."
I don't think you'll fall for that, I think it'll be more like maybe like,
"Hey, I can get you a hunting trip for 75%
see, I
off."
I don't know, I have a hard time seeing anyone our age falling for anything just because we
we
were
were
around
there,
for
right? I mean, we did it. But I mean, by the time we're 70, there's probably going to be like literal
brand new thing,
robots
yeah.
like walking up to the door and be like, "Hi, we're the police." You're like, "Well, shit. I guess you're here."
A hologram of a car that you can drive until you get home and it disappears, and you're like, "Fuck, not again."
Yeah. Oh shit, they did it.
I wonder if by then.
Oh, you know what we'll fall for? We'll fall for probably like test tube food.
You think so?
Yeah, and be like, "Oh, dude, I've been waiting so long. We went to the special market that's still ran by the Americans." And we're like, "All right, here we go. We're gonna go eat." And it's all like the same consistency, same color, even though you cooked it. And you're like, "Fuck!"
I ate slop again.
Yes, I mean,
I wonder. I did see.
you're gonna fall victim to the slop, man.
Have you seen any of those videos of like the Chinese people shooting? Have like vests for the. You know what
No,
I'm
I don't know
talking.
what
So
you're talking
you
about.
know how they have like an actual surveillance state over
Yeah.
there. There's like a very rare group of Chinese people that are apparently have like an American
Militants.
spirit. Yeah. And they wear these vests that have like IR laser beams on them.
Okay, so they just
And
look like they're glowing beings.
Well, they
in
like
the
break all the cameras because they're so high intensity. So they'll like shimmy into a market and like find the camera and like run over to it and just like and like fry the
start
camera.
wiggling in front
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, and like break the camera and then walk away, and then it'll be like Chinese state alert. There's a Chinaman who's thinking kill him, like on the news and stuff. I do wonder, did you ever see those the like traffic light jaywalking adverts in China?
No.
So this was.
I've seen the people betting on like the Chinese traffic cameras and how many cars will cross.
Yeah, well, that was the betting on the uh Slavic basketball. That's like degenerate. That's like peak degeneracy. But there was a video that I looked into because I thought for sure it was fake, but then I realized like, oh no, this might be real. Where in China they have like screens on the crossing the walk. What is the crosswalk?
Yep,
Right.
yep,
And be
yep.
like you press the button and light goes off and
Ding!
whatever, right? But they have screens that play instead of ads, pictures of people who owe jaywalking tickets with their name. Okay,
Their name, their address,
for
and their
real,
work,
like,
their place of work.
literally, that's like the digital ID thing. That's the yeah, and I was like, there's no way this is
Like
real,
actually a thing.
right? But then I looked at it and it was what was the thing that I took? What's the Chinese app? The
Oh fuck.
at why
WeChat?
yes, that one.
Yeah.
Where it's like a marketplace and a bank and a
It's literally like everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that is it was posted on there, and I looked into it, and I mean maybe it's fake.
Yeah.
But it was real enough that the government wanted you to see it in
Wow,
China, and I was
man.
like, damn, this is insane.
Wow.
I was also doing
My social credit score would be very bad.
yes, everyone here's would, but I was doing a research into like I couldn't figure out what's going on with TikTok because it's like I don't want to use it in general.
Yeah.
I've never ever intentionally gone through it because I feel like it's like brain cancer rays,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Every time I open it, it's like it starts playing videos, and it's just
Immediately.
Like, it's like literally it'll be like naked women or just like it's like I get stop right. And I'm trying to see how the algorithm works because when I post stuff, I try to post it on YouTube and then TikTok,
Right.
whatever. Because sometimes sometimes you get good views on TikTok and stuff, and it's like a separate audience. So I want to try to reach as many people as possible, right?
Right.
But dude, like, I'm like, this is insane. The stuff they put on here, and then I looked it up, and the Chinese algorithm for TikTok is so strict. Like they literally have separate algorithms for like the Western world and China.
I heard that. Yeah.
And for the Chinese algorithms, it's basically like only pushing
good things like
yes,
moral things and like hardworking things, and then the Western world's like naked women, naked women.
I mean, I couldn't believe it when I don't know. I was looking at it, and I was like, damn, dude.
I thought that was a boomer thing. Well, the first time I heard it, because somebody in like this Congress testified about that like months ago, and I was like, what? Yeah, okay, whatever, dude. right? But
I don't know. I mean, I was looking at the comparison of what, like, top videos on Chinese TikTok versus American TikTok,
yeah.
and it is kinda funny because I do feel like the Chinese one has they must have there's a woman involved, it's like they lower the value of the video.
It has the same video views as the
Yeah,
highest one,
no,
but they're like,
yeah, well,
tier
it'll
B.
be, like, instructional videos. It's like the number, which whatever, it was making me laugh because,
That's funny.
most of the stuff was, Chinese nationalist propaganda,
Right.
which, I mean, sure, whatever, cool, man.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that video of it was like I'm sure it was people fucking around, but it did make me laugh really hard, where it was either, like, Battlefield or or Call of Duty, whatever the big Call of Duty one where everyone Battlefield, Call of Duty 4211,
Video
76.
game.
I don't know. There's it's like a modern warfare type thing,
Sure.
and it's like a huge. There's like 200 people on a map, and they're
Okay.
fighting each other.
Yeah.
And there's this video that I've seen multiple times where they claimed it was actual Chinese propaganda,
Okay.
and there was just a armored truck driving down the main road back and forth on the map, like blaring the Chinese national anthem, and it would just hit the end of the map and turn around and drive back.
Oh yeah.
And it was driving so fast nobody could shoot the thing. And I was laughing, and I'm like, more than likely that was just people fucking around.
Right.
But imagine the meeting where they were like, very good. We must.
Yes.
Me playing the national anthem over the speaker.
It is almost the end of Q3. We need to put our plan into effect now. What is it? We will get a Prime Minister Superman Chen.
Well, not only that, but imagine being so susceptible to that you were like, well, I was an American citizen.
Fuck. You
but
know, I got
did
800
hear-
hours into this game.
Yeah, I heard the national anthem
Now I'm with them.
in this game, and now I'm a defector.
Yes. Oh yeah. Speaking of national anthems, I saw the Borat movies.
Yes.
Apparently in like 2006, some Kazakhstani actually won something. She won the gold, and they actually played the Borat fucking national anthem during like the medal ceremony, and it's literally like, "Our penis is bigger than everyone," and she's standing there like, motherfucker, and
Well,
they played the whole thing.
I saw that, like, they wouldn't let him film there because,
Okay, yeah.
and they had like a official statement as the government of the country, how they uh detest or like disagree with the beer, and they don't approve of it or whatever.
Yep.
And I was laughing because that's where most people have heard of the country, for
Right.
one, right? And they should have just embraced it, even though it's like,
We're like, yeah,
not-
okay, they made us look like shit, but I mean, hey, at least we're like, people can name us out of like the 5 countries that they can name.
Well, that's exactly. It's of all of the countries in that area, can you name another country that's not Romania that's next to them?
Right.
Right? It's like you can't. I was like Uzbekistan or whatever.
Or
but,
Dagestan.
but at the time,
Yeah.
right? And it does make me laugh because I was imagining them just swallowing their pride a little bit and letting him do tourism ads.
Yes, and then
Like-
they would be bigger than Greece,
yeah,
they would just be like, oh, Rome.
Imagine what one of those ads would be like, though. Be like, throw the Jew down the
Yes,
well. come
throw
to
the
Kazakhstan.
Jew down the well. And it'd be like, yes, we have number 1 prostitute.
It is very funny to me because I think they recorded that scene when he's my wife, whatever,
Yes.
in Romania because the Kazakhstan wouldn't let him record. in
Really?
the
I know
country.
that the one city they did one of the shoots in were like, yeah, you're getting fucking sued. You said you were gonna say things that were nice. These are not nice
Yeah.
things.
I do think it's very funny that clip in that movie when he's singing at the rodeo. It's
Uh-huh.
just everyone's like, why would you?
Yeah, everyone's singing along. I like there's the scene where he's talking to some guy before he sings the Kazakhstani national anthem. And he's like, now you should not you need to shave that mustache, right? Because your boys over in the Middle East, we don't like them. We don't like you. You shave that mustache. And I'm like, holy fuck, this is somebody's grandpa
Yep.
that's literally
Yes.
gonna get thrown in jail
Yep.
because he's being pranked right now.
Well, it's also imagine I think he was in a gun shop.
Yes.
And he was like, I'm going to use this to kill Jews. And they're like, all right,
All right,
brother,
here you
son.
go, brother.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, fuck. Yeah. It was impressive for the time being, but, yeah, so the Kazakhstani national anthem being, subverted by the Borat national anthem was pretty funny.
Dude, I finally got my coupon for the computer.
Your coupon?
Yeah,
What did it go
I
down
had
from? You said it was, like, you put it
it
on the
was
card to, like
originally 7% off, and they added another 5% on top, so 12%. I'm
Oh,
a smart shopper, but I need to go do the math and see
if it's
if it
actually
if it truly equates to 12% or if it's like we'll see.
we'll give you 7% off, and then off of that total, we'll give
Yes.
you 5%
That
off.
they do that sometimes, but it's
Yes, that's because everything's run by the goblins.
well, this guy, like a this is a tech I bought stuff from this
This guy
account
okay.
on eBay before, and it's like these either Japanese or Chinese guys based in the US that buy old stuff and verify it, and they have their own testing scale,
Oh, okay.
and if you go in the description of the item, it's like 4C5, and you have to know what
What they're
it's like a
referencing?
working condition, good, like, whatever, yeah, and that was why I was trying to see because I've gotten stuff from 25% off from them. For,
Okay.
like, a camera
Yeah, yeah.
stuff that was yeah.
Dude, did I tell you my dad got banned from Facebook Marketplace?
How recently?
Like, after he sold one thing on Facebook
Mm.
Marketplace.
Was this recent or not?
This is recent.
Okay.
Okay, so how it started out, like, he was shopping around on it, and he was, like, talked to some guy about a car, and he's like, "Hey, like, is your car available?" And the guy was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Okay, I wanna come take a look at it." And then my dad was like, after work, he's like, "Hey, is the car still available?" He's like, "No, I already sold it." And so he went up to Gideon and was like, "Hey, like, what the fuck? Like, I said, like, I was gonna come look at it. Can they do it?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's mostly first come, first serve." And so my dad's like, "Okay." And so he's like, got a junk camper that he got for free, listed it for 500. Some guy was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come buy that. Will you hold it for me?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And another guy came up and was like, "Hey, I'll buy that." And he's like, "Okay, sure, here you go." And the guy was like, "Hey, I drove out here, like you said you were gonna hold it for me." He was like, "Yeah, first come, first serve." And he like
Immediately gets banned.
reported him banned.
Damn, dude, that is, like, truly boomer poison, huh?
Dude, he is like the menace. Because you remember the snowmobile thing, right?
Well, I don't know if I remember the snowmobile thing, but I remember the pile of construction debris that your neighbor had that he was like,
Yes, that he sold on the neighbor's property.
"Yeah, dude, hold that for me." And then, yeah,
Exactly,
that
and
was
just sold it off
insane.
of his land.
You should say tell
So there's
go
the
yeah.
neighbor across from my parents' house did a remodel, and he had all the old siding there, and the neighbor went up to my father and was like, "Hey, if you want this, you can have it. I just need it gone." And my dad's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take it, no problem." Then goes to take a picture of it, list it while it's still there, and then sells it as it's sitting on the guy's property. And he's like, "Hey, can you get this out of here?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll get it out of here any day." And a guy comes by, buys it, and picks it up. But the snowmobile thing was where he, like, made a listing, and he's like he called me, I was, like, at work, he's like, "Hey, I can't make it to work in time, can you go home? This guy's coming by to pick up the snowmobile." Snowmobile's, like, from the '70s, looks like it was
Where did
dropped
he
off a
get it?
truck. He got it for free.
Or just
Just
somebody gave it to him? Or
somebody yeah, he had picked it up or whatever, right? I mean, it was junk. Didn't even run. And so, I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll go meet the guy, whatever." The guy pulls up, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "What do you" it's this
Yeah, I don't know,
Hey,
man.
it's a
Yeah.
snowmobile, I'm doing this for my dad. And he's like, "This is the listing." It was a brand fucking new snowmobile that was listed. He's like, "That's not this." I'm like, "I don't know
Yeah,
what
I'm
to tell
sorry,
you.
yeah.
I can't." And I was like, "Dad, what the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Well, it's pretty much the same thing. It's a
Was it
snowmobile."
a picture of the same model or a different one entirely?
Like 1 or 2 generations newer.
So not
So
even
it
the same
wasn't
thing.
no, not the same
Okay,
thing.
so
Not it wasn't
and
like a 2026 Polaris, but it was like a 2000 instead of like a 1985,
yeah,
and it was brand new looking, not
yeah.
like I was
So
just like,
did he
"I don't
under
understand why everybody's so mean to me."
yeah, he didn't and even after all that, he didn't know
He's like,
why that was
"What's the
wrong.
problem?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "What
I
do you"
mean, it is a snowmobile, that's the operative word here.
Exactly, see, there's skis on it.
It works
What?
technically.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude."
Yeah, I've had a couple of those.
Truly, truly cursed when coming to reselling.
I've had a couple of those where it would be like, "Hey, I need you to handle this sale." And they'd show up and they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" And I'd be, "I don't even know what I'm selling."
Yeah,
I
I was told to stand here.
Yeah, and it would be like, "Well, I was told it was, X, Y, and Z." And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
There's a parking lot full of things,
yeah.
and I don't know which one this,
That's always fun, dealing with the, boomer repercussions.
It does make me laugh though because I've heard your the stuff from your dad selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace and everything makes me laugh really hard. I remember the something about, Brian from work dropping off a boat.
Okay.
You This was a long
Yes.
time
Yeah,
ago, and that
yeah,
was
yeah.
somebody else's boat that he got for free that he
Yep.
didn't wanna deal with,
Yep.
and he told me that he dropped it off, and he was looking in his rearview mirror, and there was just, like, a bunch of children, like, pulling aluminum panels off the side of the boat, and he was like,
God, get out.
"Alright." Yeah, so I was imagining it was like a swarm of locusts scrapping,
Yes.
but whatever ended up happening to that
Cut it in
boat,
half and burned it.
I know that it wasn't that boat, it was a different boat. There's
No.
no way you could have burnt that boat.
Yep.
There's no way, dude.
Yep.
The one from Randy?
Yep.
How did you it was like
Cut it
half
up.
metal.
Cut it up.
What?
Cut it up and burned it.
Okay. I'm sure you're gonna have some good lung diseases
Oh,
when you're
yes,
older.
especially after brazing with that flux, but, like,
The fish
yes.
flux.
Yes. That was a cut up and burn. Smokes a lot, you gotta burn it at night.
I do remember there is still a portion of that boat that we found on the side of the
The
road,
dragger?
and we drove it was, over, like, 4 weeks, we slowly did the same thing as children where we got in a Suburban, and we found a fiberglass rowboat on the side of the road, and
Yep.
we took a tow strap, and we would put somebody in the boat, somebody driving the Suburban, and we would make it, like, half a mile down the road, and then we would,
Until,
like
like, the bottom would wear out.
yeah, and we would, like, lose like, "Okay, we can't do this anymore," and we toss it in the woods, then, like, the whole week at school, we would tell people about it, and then we'd be like, "Well, we gotta do it again."
Oh, we gotta show 'em.
Yeah, until we finally got it to my parents' house, and they were like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was like, I don't know, man.
We found it.
Yeah, so we had to slowly break it up into pieces and burn it, but there is still a portion of it there.
Is there really?
Yeah, I was trying to get
You're
that
gonna have to cut out a little section to get that.
yeah, get it framed.
Yes.
There's enough of it that, I mean, there's, like, the whole
A hole?
there's a chunk of it. There's, like,
Okay.
the back part where the motor would get mounted to,
Yeah.
that it's still there.
I mean, I can't imagine, like, coming home from work and seeing my kid, like, going 45 miles an hour down a dirt road with a tow strap on a boat and being like, "Yeah, we're just going."
Well, it was the person who saw it and it was bitching about there was these fucking kids making all this noise, doing whatever, was your brother's, pole vaulting coach.
Ah.
It was outside of his house that we were doing it, and he was telling me and your brother about it when we were driving to a track meet,
Uh-huh.
and we just sat there and didn't say anything, and then on the way back, your brother was like, "Hey, coach, like, I feel, like, guilty that I need to tell you," and he told him that it was us, and I was like, "What the fuck are you
Hey,
doing,
you
man?"
shut the fuck up.
And he sat there for a second, and it was, like, quiet for 30 seconds, and I was like, "We're gonna get, like, kicked out of the car. Why did you say that?" And he was like, "Well, I was young and dumb too. Don't ever do that in front of my house
Yeah,
again."
don't have fun in front of my house.
Well, I don't know. I think that we had dropped it right in front of his driveway and then picked it up.
different story
Yeah, that was
there.
I think it was a little bit of that going on, and,
Ah.
he drove the route home because it was long enough after it happened
Sure.
that we had got it out of there to make sure it wasn't there anymore, or he was going to get your brother and make him clean it up was
Oh,
the,
okay. Very
yeah,
good.
so, that was
Yes.
funny, but alright, do you have anything, any closing statements? Anything that you'd like to share?
Yes, if you sit down, take a piss, make sure your penis is not engaged. Don't piss through the back
So
door.
you would say tuck the penis?
Fuck the penis.